Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to your reading today. My name is Rian, and we are going to find out more about your future spouse, what you need to know about them. So go ahead and, if you haven't yet already, pick in one of the images, and we are going to start with group number one. So, welcome group one to your reading to find out more about your future spouse. Like, what is it that you need to know about them? So, I'm trying a new format of reading on my channel to be a little bit more efficient. And so, I'm shuffling the cards and dealing them out into stacks and just getting started with the reading. So, let me know what you think about that, if you like it or not, pros and cons, and let's dive into your reading. So, let me pull these cards out first. So, we have Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. And we have Lynx, discernment. Look beyond immediate appearances. And time, you are trying too hard. Give it time. I feel like let's do it this way. And we have the Two of Wands with the Seven of Cups. And we have the Ace of Wands with the King of Wands. Okay, wow, there's like a lot of Wands energy coming through. So your future spouse, maybe they're a sun sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we also have Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. Okay, let me actually move this a little bit to the side so we have space to look at your cards here. Okay, so what do we have cooking here for what you need to know about your future spouse? Okay, so what I'm seeing here right out the gate is that your future spouse, I feel like one thing is that they're very present in the moment, okay? And they're very passionate, as evidenced by some of the Wands energy here. This word immediate, this word worrying, and give it time. So your future spouse, what you need to know about them is that they're very much in the moment, okay? And what I'm seeing here is that they're really not the type of person that looks too far ahead into the future, okay? Maybe they have a tendency as well to want like immediate gratification, okay? And sometimes they can't see beyond the present moment, okay? Look beyond. That's what this Lynx is saying. And that they might even have a tendency to be a bit reactive versus responsive. And that's why Lakshmi comes in here to be like, hey, everything's gonna be fine, like chill out, don't trip, yo, like calm the F down. Like you are really going extra right now, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like your future spouse can have a fiery kind of personality, you know? Now, what do we have here with the tarot and some oracle cards as well? So we have this progression. We have the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands going to the King of Wands. And what I'm seeing here is that your future spouse, you know, once you come into union with them, there's definitely going to be like a maturation process that's going to be happening here, okay? Your presence is really going to help them grow up a bit. Now, not saying that they're like totally immature and totally hopeless and you're gonna have like a man child on your hands or something like that. Again, doesn't matter like who you're physically attracted to, which sexuality is, just like an immature person, right? So I'm not necessarily it's going to be like that much of a struggle or a challenge, but there's definitely some growing. There's some room for improvement for your future spouse when you meet them, okay? Part of it is this discernment, okay? Discernment is like one of those bigger words that I really didn't understand or step into until I was older in life, right? And it's about again, like looking beyond the immediate appearances, seeing the bigger picture is the big thing there, and like owning your power and owning your ability to make decisions and choose the path that's right for you. Not necessarily right for everybody else or doing what everyone else says, but what's right for you, what's going to be in your best interest. Okay, so that's part of the process that they are going to evolve and grow through with you, okay? Because we have the Ace of Wands again with the Two of Wands. So they have a lot of passion, they have a lot of drive, they definitely have a lot of energy, I'll tell you that much. But they don't quite know which way to go because we have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, right? They have a lot of options. They have a lot of interests. Maybe they're even like a busybody, you know what I'm saying? And here with the Two of Wands, it's like, if they have a lot of options, perhaps the best that they could do is narrow it down to two. But they still struggle with making a choice from that point, okay? And that could be where you come in. Maybe there's something about you that gives them a little bit of clarity, a little bit of direction in their life, okay? Because right now at this moment, they're a bit lost. So at the time you're watching this reading, they're a bit lost. Maybe they found themselves and had a good plan going earlier on, and now their plans are kind of changing and evolving, right? It's kind of like, I feel like, to be honest, with the pandemic situation, with the Two of Wands here, I'm feeling like 2020, right? 2 with a 0 and a 0, that there's been this kind of reset for them, okay? And that they've really had to reevaluate their life and where it was going, where it was headed. Are they happy? Do they want this? What do they actually want? You know, those are some of the questions, those really big and deep questions that they're asking. And they're really worried about their future because, you know, they were on this track, they were going in this direction, and they thought this was the way that they would go for the rest of their life. And then, you know, we all got thrown that curveball of 2020, right? And so now the future felt really uncertain for them. And, you know, Lakshmi is here as well as you to reassure them that, hey, the future looks bright. You're gonna be okay. You're moving in the right direction, okay? You're just going in a different direction, but it's still the right direction, you know? And what they're really growing and evolving to is someone who is very magnetic, very charismatic, very passionate, but they know how to use those traits and those characteristics wisely to their benefit, and in a way where they can be like a leader to people. They can inspire people, okay? This energy isn't very selfish, so they're becoming more giving, right? And contributing more to their future job, their future family, friendships, maybe even the world at large. Like maybe they're gonna be like a big leader in politics or in like as an influencer or a spiritual leader or something like that, right? We never know. Maybe they'll be a leading person in some sort of medical healthcare sort of therapy or treatment, okay? A leader in technology and communications, that type of thing. So they're really being steered into that direction, okay? And it could even be, what I'm sensing now as I say this, is that maybe they didn't have as big of an aspiration in their life when they were younger, right? Maybe this past couple of years has been this call to action for them to be like, hey, step it on up. Okay, you have a lot more to offer the world than what you're doing right now. And that probably threw them for quite a loop, you know what I'm saying? Now, what do we have here with this? So here we go, moving on, progression. So they're going places. They're doing things. There's going to be a lot of exploration. That's the other word that I'm hearing, okay? So it's more to let you know this about your future spouse, because if you're that type of person that likes stability and likes predictability, this person might be a challenge for you from at the get-go, okay? But they're still a good match for you because after all, this is your future spouse. But they are going places, okay? They are going to arrive at their destination. They just are in this sort of in-between phase, this transition phase right now. And they might still be in that phase when you meet them, if you haven't already, you know? And it's important for you to help them understand that they will always get what they need, Okay, and again, you might be that really great support system for them to give them what they need in that moment as they go through the motions of their own personal growth and evolution. And then here with the mirror, um, the big thing here is this introspection. Okay, so they had to take that mirror, hold it up to themselves, and be like, who am I? Who am I really? What do I see for my life? What do I want from my life now that I've had this time and space away from the things that I was so used to? Okay, so they are on a self discovery journey, on a growth period, and it's not easy because things are taking time for them. They're more like that instant gratification. I just want it now. I want things to work out now, and it's not quite happening that way. Not only for them, but for a lot of people as well, right? So let me know what you thought about your reading. Give me a like, comment down below what really resonated with you from your reading. And of course, if you like this format of tarot readings, I'm happy to continue this. I'm feeling into it and it's feeling really good so far. And if you're really loving the vibes here, you know what you gotta do. You gotta subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on future readings, okay? And lastly, always, always, always keep in mind that your happily ever after is never too late to get it. It's coming your way, loves. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. What up, what up, what up? Group number 2, let's dive into your reading to find out more about your future spouse, what you need to know about them. So I shuffled the cards ahead of time to be a little bit more efficient with the reading. So let me know what you think about this. We have Diana. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And you have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And porcupine, innocence. Free yourself of guilt and shame. Ooh, so I'm already getting some really powerful messages about your future self, that they do feel guilty about a lot of things. They do kind of experience a lot of self-criticism, a lot of shame. They probably judge themselves pretty harshly, and that can just distract them and derail them from moving forward with their goals. So it's very important that they be focused, okay? If they have some kind of setback, if they stumble or they fall, like, just keep their eye on the prize. That's very important for them. Okay, what do we got here with the tarot? We'll dive in a little bit more once we have all the cards out as well. So we have Knight of Pentacles and the Tower. Okay, good. And then we have here healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love. Oh, that's important for your future spouse. Let's just throw that out there right now. Self-care, being happier. And also wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So if that is not a confirmation about your future love, your future spouse, I don't know what is. Okay, and your last 2 cards are, the Lovers, another beautiful confirmation that you're in the right spot, and this message is definitely what you need to be hearing right now about them. And the 6 of Wands. Wow. Okay, this is really beautiful. I'm really excited to share what is going on here. So where should we begin? Okay, so let's just look at this, okay? There is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. It's very important that you probably pass this message along to them, okay? If you already know them, like, great. Make sure you tell this to them ASAP so they don't continue to feel guilty and judge themselves and be ashamed of themselves or embarrassed. If you haven't met them yet, then just tuck this away. Maybe you want to comment this phrase down below so it stays ingrained in your memory, that there is no right or wrong. Every choice expands your understanding of life and love, okay? So that's a very important message for them to hear. And I have the sense that you are that person that's going to transmit that, okay? So what we have here is your future spouse. What you need to know about them is that they have gone through quite a lot of upheaval in their life, a lot of tragedy, a lot of, what is the other word? Difficulties, okay? They've had a very challenging life. And it's not because that they're a bad person or that they deserve bad things. So that's really important for them to know too, okay? So make sure they understand that, okay? Because you, as the lover with the wedding rings, helping them be healthier emotionally and mentally, it's like a big part of your contribution to this relationship. That, you know, the bad things that happen to them in life, it isn't their fault. You know, this was really a big thing for me as I got older to realize that, you know, in very Christian mentality, there's this whole notion on like punishment and sin and like being a bad person. And that really does a number on people. You know, like for me with my sexuality, it's like I was born attracted to men. And I felt so guilty. I felt so ashamed of that for the longest time. And I would ask myself, like, why was I created this way to be like a mistake? Do you know what I'm saying? To be guilty of something, and to have to feel ashamed of myself when I had no choice in the matter, you know? And that was a burden I carried for a long time. And it's important that you let your future spouse know that, hey, you know, whatever happened to you in the past, it didn't happen because you deserved it. It didn't happen because you aren't loved. It's just because, and this is what really helped me a lot. So listen very closely to this because I feel like this will help you too. When you experience trauma and difficult things early on in life, it's because you have a powerful soul. Your soul incarnated into this life wanting difficulties early on because it knew that your soul knew that it could grow and evolve and overcome these challenges. Okay? It's like your soul had faith in itself and making it through. Okay? That's why it chose to experience difficulties early on in life because it wanted to grow quickly. It wanted to grow early on. It wanted to rise above. Okay? So it's very noble choice to step into a life where already you're at a little bit of a disadvantage. Already you know, like right out the gate in childhood, you're already having to grow up faster than other people. So, and that's a personal choice. Some people choose to experience their challenges later on in life. Some people choose to experience them earlier on, okay? And that's a choice you make before coming into physical body once again. So just let them know that, hey, the fact that you're still here just goes to show how strong you are and how these tower moments in your life didn't keep you down. And with this Knight of Pentacles, this is a soul. This is a person that loves to learn, okay? That is a very smart person, all right? That picks things up really quickly. That's what this Knight of Pentacles represents. And this is someone who perseveres. All right, that's important that you know this about your future spouse. That, yeah, they might get in their head about things and they might like ruminate and have a lot of excessive worry, which keeps them unfocused. But man, they don't give up easily. Okay, and even if they don't realize it, there's something innate within them that is very sturdy, that's very hardy, that's very resilient. So remind them of that, okay? And you need to know that about them, that even if they have these rough patches here when they're kind of going into this cycle in their head, that they are very strong. So it's not about babying them. I think actually that's the worst thing you could do for your future spouse is babying them, okay? Just remind them of their power. Stand tall for them. Help them up, but don't feel like you have to do anything for them. Because the thing is, with this Knight of Pentacles, they are very capable individuals. I think, you know, not just them, but everybody in general, they are capable of doing amazing things. It's their mind, y'all. It's their mind that gets in the way. It's the doubts and the fears that come from the mind that get in the way, that slow them down. But they got the skills, love. They got the skills. They got the brain power. They're quick learners to be able to succeed, okay? Ooh, my gosh, I love this reading about your future spouse. Wow, they sound like really awesome. So with the Lovers card here and, you know, the wedding rings, it's definitely about complementing each other, okay? Your relationship, it needs that complement. it's about that balance. Like when someone is feeling down, the other person carries a little bit of the extra weight for that time period or helps them back up, right? So it's this back and forth, back and forth. When you have your rough moments, your tough patches, like they will be there to help you out. They will be there to protect you, okay? And what I'm seeing here too is the Lover's card is also about choice. And we have, oh my gosh, we have the word here. I just saw this. Healthy choices, okay? So remind your partner that they always have a choice. They have a choice to give up or they have a choice to keep moving forward. And neither choice is right or wrong, right? If they need to give up right now, they need to take a breather, they need to take a rest. It's just too much. It's okay. There's no shame in that. But if they have it in them to keep going, then go for it. But just be mindful of your personal health. Like, okay, like make sure you're getting enough rest, make sure you're getting enough nutrition, make sure you have a healthy outlet for your stress or your frustration. Okay, so there's always this element of choice and making the right choices for you from moment to moment that maintains your baseline state of well-being and health. Okay, so here we have the Six of Wands. Again, coming back to this Knight of Pentacles, they do have the ability to be successful and they are recognized for their skills, okay, and their accomplishments. Again, it's the mind, y'all. It's the mind that be getting in their way. And your relationship too is going to be a success. You know, if you're feeling like, wow, this is kind of like a lot, don't worry. You can do this, okay? And this is what you need to know about them right now, but it's also important to know that, hey, there's a reason why you came together. And there are going to be happy moments and very fulfilling and nourishing moments about your future spouse. When you're in union with your future spouse. But this is just something that, you know, you need to be aware of right now, that you need to know about them to make your relationship that much better, that much stronger. So if this resonated with you, make sure to like and share this video, comment down below. I receive all the love from my future spouse, okay? And I receive all the blessings that they can bring into my life. And if you're loving the vibes here, you know what you gotta do. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future uploads. And last but not least, my loves, remember that it is never too late for your happily ever after, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in right now. All right, loves, see you next time. Mwah. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading to find out more about what you need to know about your future spouse. So let's dive right in. I went ahead and shuffled the cards ahead and dealt them out to be a little bit more efficient with the reading. So let me know what you think about this new format, all right? So you have Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Wow, so your future spouse already is like quite the romantic. Let's see what else we have here. So we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Ooh, I love this message. Next, you have Coyote, wise fool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Oh my gosh, this is actually turning out to be one of my favorite readings out of this video. My goodness. Okay. Let me pause and pull these out, these cards here, even though I want to start talking about this. We have the Sun card and the Knight of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful. And we also have self-indulgence, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Soulmates. Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful little picture here. I don't think I ever noticed that before, but I'm pretty sure I drew this card in another reading. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. And 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, where do I even begin with your reading? So, first things first, your soulmate, your future spouse, I said soulmate too because that's how they definitely view this, and perhaps you're in kind of inclined to have that same sort of belief, is truly a romantic here. Okay, truly a romantic. We have the soulmates card, we have true love here. And what I also sense too is that they are a very patient and spiritually inclined person. All right. So I say that because here we have accepting things as they are. There's no point in trying to change things that are beyond our control, and to just accept and find teaching in things. Okay, so there's this beautiful combination here of a message that your future spouse probably is quite chill. I sense a very calm, grounded energy about them. I sense a lot of patience as well. Okay, I don't sense that this is a person that is rushed in any way. Maybe to the point where they might frustrate you because they take a long time to get things going or to get ready or to head out, right? But what I see is that they definitely live their life in a way where it's like, yes, they're active and they make choices and they take action, but they're very detached from the outcome, okay? Because there's this level of trust within them. And I feel like that's maybe at the core of their spirituality, is that they just trust. They trust that everything is happening in divine timing. They trust that they are always protected and guided, and that things will actually turn out okay. And it's not like they were just born this way naturally and they didn't have any struggles. They did, because they have done shadow work. They've had their time to heal, and the big focus for them is self-worth and self-appreciation. Okay? And they understand that the reality that they're experiencing comes from within them. Like, they set the tone for how their life goes. And that's why they're so good with peace and being grounded, because they know that when they themselves are at peace and grounded and calm, then their world will match up, will sink in with that. Now, does that mean that, their life isn't without its like wrenches and its like surprises and its stresses? Like, no, not at all, right? Because life, every moment changes moment to moment, right? Life changes moment to moment. But they're really good at maintaining their inner peace. Okay? So they're very aware of their energy. They're very aware of self. Okay? That they know that they can't control other people's energies, right? But they can control how they respond to it. Maybe you can learn a thing or two from them too. I get the sense here that, in any great soulmate relationship, you encourage, support each other, you learn a lot from each other, and you bring out the best in each other. And I see that happening in your relationship with them. Now, look at this Eight of Cups. Do you see this person like returning to the ocean, like this mermaid? They adventured, they explored something new, and they decided, hey, it isn't what I want. I'm going to go back to where I feel at my best, what feels good and natural for me, rather than trying to be someone that I'm not. And that's, again, going back to this self-indulgence card, focusing on self-worth, self-appreciation, okay? So they've walked away from a lot of situations in their life and a lot of people in their life as well. That's just like, yo, this is not good for me. This is not healthy for me. And we're not on the same page. This isn't aligned with my personal interests, my personal values. And so deuces, I'm out of here, right? So they've had to walk away from a lot of situations and people, and that's where a lot of their strength comes from, from walking away. Now, what's super cool about your future spouse is they have a lot of success as well, okay, materially. So it could even be that because they had a lot of success professionally or career wise in their life, that's how they came into this personal development journey, okay? Because they were living up to a lot of other people's expectations and they were being praised for it. And eventually, what they came to realize is it's exhausting to keep up with other people's expectations, right? It takes a lot out of people. You see it with, I often see it with the social media influencers these days, right? They blow up really big, they go viral, and then next thing you know, everybody's sharing their opinions, right? Everyone's giving their 2 cents about them and their life and their choices. And it's overwhelming. It's like, you can never please everyone. So why even bother trying to do it? Like someone's always got to have something mean to say. Someone's always going to be critical and judgy of you. Like, that's just how it is in this world, right? You have both sides of the coin present. And so you have to reach a point for your own sanity to come back to yourself and honor yourself, your authentic self, your needs, your desires, okay? And that's what this person, your future spouse, had to go through. Yes, they had all this success and it's provided them with a lot of things, like materialistically at least, and perhaps it opened a lot of doors for them too. And they really shined in their profession, in the eyes of other people. But they had to come back to self. They had to come back to their center because their energy was being pulled in so many different directions by so many different people and things, that they had to come back. They had to come back to their stability. That's another energy here of the Nine of Coins. This stability, this security, okay? And you see, like, this mermaid here is within a well. She's not this mermaid going out into, like, the ocean, the vast, vast ocean where who knows what's out there, right? Coming back to yourself, coming into the sanctuary that you have within you. So that's definitely how they looked at things, and that's how they continue to exist and be in life. Now we have this Knight of Wands here. This is a beautiful card. So they do have a lot of energy. And what's so beautiful about them is they use their energy wisely here, okay? Because they are very good at maintaining that level of self-control. Even though they can't control everything around them, they have good self-control, healthy amounts of self-control, and they can direct their energies in very fruitful places. All right? And that could be with money and finances, right? Like investments or projects that they want to build, support, launch, whatever. But even people and things, right? They know where their passions and their energies are going to be best utilized here. And you see here too, with this fairy knight, they have wings, but isn't it interesting that they're also riding on a bird with wings, right? Like the fairy can get where it wants to get with their wings alone, but they know when to take a rest. They know when to have help from other people. Like they know that balance and they know that play of like, when do I got to do things on my own? When do I have to come back to self? Versus when is it important and beneficial to include other people, to hear other people out, to work with other people, right? And this is a beautiful, beautiful way of navigating their life. Like they are really in tune with themselves, and that's brilliant. I'm so, so, so excited for you to meet this person if you haven't already. I mean, I'm kind of jealous to some degree. Well, let me know what you think about them, okay? Let me know what you thought about your reading. Make sure to like this video, share your thoughts below, comment, like, I receive this future spouse. I received amazing love from them, okay? And if you're loving the vibes here, you know what you gotta do, loves. You gotta hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future uploads. And before you peace out, thank you so much for watching. And remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after. See you next time.